everybody, welcome to the podcast, the Project Investigation Collaboration, the podcast brought to you by the Veritas Project. And as always, we are here deep beneath the earth, a whole 5.5 feet down below the earth's crust, in the basement of the Veritas Project, with our gracious host founder, Robert Curtis.
Hello.
And I am lead investigator Todd Boyer, and welcome everybody. Welcome. So apparently we have to talk about ourselves.
We're supposed to talk about current events before we start doing anything, because we're too matter of fact.
Well, we could talk. I don't like to talk about current events.
Yeah.
I like to stay in my bubble, and I hate to say that because, you know, there's nothing that I can do to affect some of the things out there in the world. Right?
I mean, like our stuff.
Our stuff, that's fine.
Yeah. Like I released the video of the Telltale Heart.
Yeah, we released that. Unfortunately, it sounds not so great. We're gonna get that fixed. We're gonna get the new one recorded and done. There was a buzz in the microphone that we didn't know was happening.
Yeah.
We actually recorded that like a month ago.
Right.
And Bob spent hours and hours. The editing was fantastic. The editing was absolutely fantastic. Just that buzz on the microphone sounded horrible.
And you know the reason why is because I didn't read the picture. It has a little target on the microphone that tells you. Let me pull it over here. It tells you where the cardioid is.
Yeah, and we had it backwards.
And I had it on this side so that I could see the label, because I thought it was cool to see the label.
Gotcha.
But that's the flat side. So they want obviously it's supposed to go like this so that you can broadcast to everybody that you're using
their microphone.
This brand of microphone, right?
Gotcha.
So we were actually talking into the back side of the microphone.
Oh.
So that's why it sounds clunky. Because while I was messing with it, I'm like, why is it this like a $300 microphone? Why does it sound bad? And then I looked at it and I was like, oh, the cardioid is on this side, not this side. So we were talking into the back side of the microphone. So what we're recording is your voice echoing off of the monitor into the microphone, horrible. Because you're talking like this, right? So the microphone is picking up the reflection off of the monitor.
Which is horrible.
Right.
Which, speaking of, on Temu, actually, I was looking, and you can get like 96 square feet of the foam for like $30.
Wow.
So I may be buying us a box of that foam.
Yeah, this was like $10 for that much.
Yeah, it was like six square feet. But we can get like a ton for $30. So, which would be nice.
Amy loves my shirt.
Yeah, Bob always has the best shirts.
We're in the spooky season, so I had to break out my Halloween shirt.
There we go. So
I love it. Where is it? Death is trick or treating. That's my favorite part of the shirt.
So yeah, current events. My brain still thinks I'm 25. Went to Viking Festival today and thought, I'm gonna get a pump on before I go up there, and lifted too much and threw out my back like an old man. The old man that I am. So yeah, that was fantastic.
We are here to pump you up.
That's not current events, Bob. That's way old events right there.
Yeah, that was when there used to be
Hans
the show
and Franz on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, there used to be this show years and years and years ago. You guys probably don't even know about it. Called Saturday Night Live, and it was really really funny.
They still have it,
and it went away, and it hasn't been on for decades.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, no.
That one don't count. It's not the same. It's not the same. So today we are going to discuss The Simpsons.
The Simpsons and how they predict the future.
And that's the big thing, is they have been ridiculously accurate.
Yeah.
I mean,
spooky
accurate down to the actual frame by frame picture, especially the one that we're going to get to with President Trump. That one was scary accurate.
Oh, and the shard that building in London.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So they are crazy. Really wild accurate with this stuff. So we'll start with the first one. The episode is called Bart to the Future. It's from season 11, episode 17, and it aired in March 19th of 2000. Now, the prediction was that Lisa becomes president and references President Trump leaving the country in debt. And the reality is Donald Trump became the 45th president of the United States in 2016, and the episode is often cited as a stunning prediction, especially given Trump's political outsider status at the time.
Right.
But also, along with that, the thing that's scary accurate about that one is it's President Trump coming down an escalator.
Right.
And that is literally the exact same video that they played on the news.
Yeah.
I mean, down to people placement and everything.
The news reporter who was recording it was in the same place.
The same spot,
so
the same
it was
everything.
Identical.
It is wild.
Yeah. And people like me who saw that episode watched it live on the TV and were like, what?
Thank you for the pumpkins, Robin.
Yay!
Very Halloween-y.
Pumpkin pie.
Very Halloween-y. So then, smartwatches.
Yep, smartwatches.
Smartwatches. I don't have mine on. I don't have mine on right now.
We're all like Dick Tracy in the future.
Yep. So in episode Lisa's Wedding, season 6, episode 19, the air date was March 19th, 1995. A character uses a watch to make a phone call. Smartwatches like the Apple Watch and Samsung Gear were released starting in 2010.
Right.
So they made a prediction 15 years into the future.
15 years.
The episode foreshadows the merging of communication and wearable tech years before it became mainstream. And there is like crazy conspiracy theories about this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, is Matt Groening from the future? Or, I mean,
right.
It's wild. Disney buys 20th Century Fox, which is one that I just saw recently. When You Dish Upon a Star, season 10, episode 5, aired November 8th, 1998. Now that a sign shows that 20th Century Fox, a division of Walt Disney Company, Disney purchased 21st Century Fox for $71 billion in 2019. So they got that one about, about 21 years? Or no, yeah, about 21 years they predicted it. The prediction highlights the industrial consolidation decades before it occurred.
Right.
So it is wild how accurate these guys are with these. It's crazy. I'm going to bump the mouse. Oh, I'll move it over here so I can reach it. So then the Siegfried and Roy Tiger attack. I do remember watching this episode. It's called Springfield, but this is a money sign in season 5, episode 10. So back in December of 1993,
wow,
they predicted the magicians
Gunter
and Ernest were the names on The Simpsons. But the reality of Roy Horn and Siegfried, and Roy was attacked by a tiger in 2003. So they predicted this one 10 years in advance. And it ended the duo's show and career. And the funny thing is they modeled those two characters, Gunter and Ernest, after Siegfried and Roy. And then it took place just like they said it would. Right. So it's wild how accurate they are. But I guess if you do enough episodes and you do enough things, you're going to hit something sometime, right? So... excuse me.
It's Lisa's wedding again.
Yeah, Lisa's wedding again. A shard in London. So in that same season 6, episode 19, right? The London skyline in the episode features a glass skyscraper resembling the shard. And then they ended up completing the shard in 2017, 17 years after the episode aired. So it was designed and built well after the airing of the episode. So it makes me wonder, though, because now it's the pre-imagined, London iconic modern landmark, right?
Right.
But here's the thing: did somebody see that in London and go, "Ooh, that's a good idea"?
Right.
That's one that could be just,
Or was it in planning for so long?
That's a possibility too.
It was on the books, for 20 years while they were talking about building it.
Right.
So I don't know.
So then, Greece's financial crisis.
Yeah.
In the episode Politically Inert with Homer Simpson, season 23, episode 10, the air date was January 8th, 2012. Now, Homer appears in a news segment where a ticker reads, "Europe puts Greece on eBay." Which Greece, faced with a severe financial crisis starting in 2015, requiring multiple bailouts.
Yep.
So the prediction predicted that Greece was going to have an economic crisis. Now, I don't know if you guys know, and this is a throw in here, that I want to say it's Greece and Spain. They are paying people to move over there because those little towns are becoming empty because they don't have the population, they don't have the children that they have anymore.
Right.
So all these houses are becoming empty.
Taxes.
So they are actually paying for you to come over, and then they're paying part of the money to get the house restored.
Right.
And you have to live there like 4 or 5 years, something like that. There's a limit.
Japan has the same thing.
And Japan is actually, because they know that they're going into a baby crisis.
Big time.
That they are actually paying visas for Westerners to come over and
single people.
ignite their population.
It's only single people. If they're willing to give you a house, give you a visa, give you citizenship, and all you have to do is just agree to give up your old citizenship. You can't be a dual citizen of Japan. So, if you're single,
they want you to come over and make babies,
and you want a cool house, you move.
The houses are going super cheap, and a lot of the houses still have the furniture and stuff in them.
Right.
So I just saw a video the other day where someone had bought a house and they paid like
$20,000.
It was like 20 or 30,000, and they were going to put 10 into it, and it was going to be a gorgeous, gorgeous, huge house. So, and it still had everything from the last owner in it.
Right.
So, kind of wild.
If you like really old TVs and sleeping on the floor.
Yeah.
Japan's got you covered.
So, Lady Gaga's Super Bowl performance. This one was Lisa Goes Gaga, season 23, episode 22, May 20th of 2012. Lady Gaga performs at Springfield, flying over the audience while suspended by wires. Then Lady Gaga actually performed a similar stunt during the Super Bowl halftime show in 2017.
5 years.
So 5 years. The resemblance was uncanny as both performances featured her signature theatrics. So another
awesome.
One of those right on ones. So definitely. So Robin, I appreciate you handling the TikTok live for us, because we're caught up in doing the podcast.
Yeah, we can't read all this stuff.
We appreciate you handling things for us. So here's a controversial one: faulty voting machines.
I actually watched that episode when it was on TV, and I thought at the time it was very funny that Homer was trying to use the voting machine and it kept switching his vote. Well, he would like push the Obama button and it kept switching it to John McCain, and I was like, that's funny. And then years later, that really happened. Right.
So it is called faulty voting machines. I can't talk. In Treehouse of Horror number 19, season 20, episode 4. Now that aired November 2nd, 2008. And Homer tried to vote for Barack Obama, but the rig machine switched to John McCain, like Bob said. And in 2012, similar issues occurred in real-life voting machines in Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. So this brought attention to the potential vulnerability of the electronic voting system. So then we have Ebola outbreak.
Right.
This was episode called Lisa's Sacks, and that was season 9, episode 3. Aired October 19th, 1997. Mm-hmm. Now, Marge suggests Bart read a book titled Curious George and the Ebola Virus. Right?
I would buy that book. Somebody should make that.
But then the West African Ebola outbreak in 2014 through 2016 was one of the worst in history. So it was kind of an obscure reference, but fans later linked it to the global outbreak.
Curious George. That's awesome.
Whose 18th birthday today, Robin? Oh. So, autocorrect issues. Right. Lisa on Ice, season 6, episode 8, November 13th, 1994. Dolph writes, beat up Martin on a Newton device which autocorrects to eat up Martha. Right? So, eerily, smartphone users experienced frustrating autocorrect failures, especially on the iPhone.
In 94.
Yeah, and this was in 94, so
Right.
this was well before autocorrect.
Yeah.
So, we did hear a funny joke. I think it was either Robin or Amy sent it. And if you type the F word and it autocorrects to duck, it's still legit because it's still foul language.
Yeah.
Dead joke.
Ba-dum-bum.
Dead joke right in the pocket. Oh, so they also got the FIFA corruption scandal right. The episode's called You Don't Have to Live Like a Referee, and it's season 25, episode 16, March 30th, 2014. The prediction was the vice president of FIFA is arrested for corruption. In 2015, so not even a year later, several high-ranking FIFA officials were arrested on corruption charges. The scandal led to significant changes within FIFA, making the show's take on the issue. I can't even talk.
Prescient.
Yep, prescient. So, basically, if you guys don't know that one, people were buying off the FIFA officials to determine where the World Cup was going to be held.
Right.
So rather than doing it randomly like it was supposed to be or however it was supposed to set up,
Right.
they were just paying off the high-level officials because obviously if you have the World Cup in your town
Yeah,
or
you're gonna
city,
make a
you're
bunch
going to
of money.
make a bunch of money because of everybody coming in from around the world. So the Nobel Prize win. The Simpsons, season 22, episode 1, aired September 26, 2010. Milhouse correctly predicts Bang Holstrom as the winner of the Nobel Prize in Economics. In reality, in 2016, Bang Holstrom won the Nobel Prize.
Right.
So he called that one 6 years in advance. So, I mean, of all the scientists or all the people in the world that could have won the Nobel Prize, he pulls it out 6 years in advance. So it's just amazing how much stuff that they're ahead on.
Right.
Here's one. This is an oldie but a goodie. Farmville. I haven't played Farmville in a long time. I do a little virtual farming on the Xbox. It's actually very relaxing. But you can actually like hire guys to plow the fields and stuff for you. You start it and then you hire a guy to do it.
You're talking about simulators. I'll tell you, the best simulator is free on the Xbox, PlayStation, whatever you have. It's for free. It's called Goat Simulator.
Oh man, there's a goat simulator too now.
It is the most fun you will ever have playing a free game. It is so crazy.
Well, you run around and smash into things as a
You
goat.
just cause destruction.
Your tongue attaches to things. Yep.
He has a tongue like a frog, and you can, like, cars will drive by and you can lick onto the car and then fly through the air and bowl over people.
Yep.
And just cause, the more destruction you cause, the more points you get, and then you can unlock more stuff. Like I have Harry Potter robes and a wand.
Nice.
And I can cast Leviosa on people and make them float through the air. Oh my god, it's so funny. It's the best.
Robin says her kids used to play that all the time.
Oh my god, somebody told me they're like, you gotta play Goat Simulator. I'm like, it's so
goofy.
stupid.
And they have so many weird unlockables.
Yeah.
Like you can find like hidden things which unlock bigger things.
The cheerleader outfit. When you max out the cheerleader outfit, instead of knocking people out, they start doing cheers. So, like, you can knock people over, and then instead of being knocked out, they just jump up and start, like, cheering. Oh, my God, it's so funny. You have to get it. It's free. It does on everything that has it. It's free. You can get it on Steam, Xbox, whatever. And it is absolutely hilarious.
So, back to Bart Carney. Season 9, episode 12, January 11th, 1998. Kids in the episode were obsessed with a game called Yard Work Simulator. Now, I do have, on Xbox, Power Washer Simulator.
I was going to say that.
I have Power Washer Simulator. I've played that. It is
showed
actually
up in my queue the other day.
It is actually like very...
Get out of here.
Very zen.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like, because you like cover the whole thing and clean it, and you have to find all the little specs to get, to get it perfect.
Oh, I got a pressure washer. You want to come clean my house?
It's relaxing. But basically, that was a foreshadowing of games like Farm Simulator and Stardew Valley that became popular in 2000. So 2 years later, all those kind of games actually became popular.
Right.
So, it imagined the concept of turning mundane chores into addictive gameplay. So, and that's exactly what happened.
Right.
And there's still a lot of them out there. They come up. Farm Simulator, we don't usually do the farming part. We do, you can cut down trees and load them onto a truck and then take them to the lumberyard, which is kind of fun because then you get to drive the really cool like log cutters and stuff, and you pick up the logs and put them on the truck. It's kind of cool because it's like difficult to control and stuff, but can you power wash rugs? You absolutely can power wash rugs.
Oh, you ever watch that guy on TikTok?
Yes, there's a guy on TikTok that power washes rugs.
It's pretty fun.
He usually power washes them and then hits them with a lot of soap and scrubs them with a broom and then hits them with a power wash again and then squeegees them.
It starts out looking like a piece of like turf.
Yeah, it's gnarly looking.
Like grass, comes in like sheets. That's what it looks like. And then by the end, it's like this priceless Turkish rug. That's pretty awesome.
Oh, on the game, no, you can't power wash rugs, Robert.
No.
Well, there might be. I don't know. I haven't gone super far in the game.
Oh my! I just had a brilliant idea.
What?
Well, merge Goat Simulator and power washing together. So you're like an angry kid going through the neighborhood and you just power wash people. Like power wash their cars, strip all the paint off their car, blow the siding off of their house.
Bob's $1 million idea.
Somebody needs to make that happen. I'd buy it tomorrow. People come out and complain, they come out and complain and you pressure wash the skin off of them.
Oh, jeez.
Like
that's a little dark. Right?
They're like a skeleton running around. Ah!
Oh, man. So, the NASA's mass surveillance program.
No, the NSA.
Oh, sorry, an NSA mass surveillance program from the Simpsons movie. And that was in July 27, 2007. The government secretly listens to citizens' conversations. Mm-hmm. And then Edward Snowden revealed that the NSA's mass surveillance program in 2013, and they were listening in on a private citizen.
Everything that you say on the phone. They record everything.
Yep. So any keyword pops, they,
That's not even a keyword. They record everything.
So
in Salt Lake City somewhere, there's a server that has every phone conversation you've ever had. Every text message you've ever sent, every phone conversation you've ever had. And that way, if something happens, they can go back into those records and see,
right.
Well, in this year, you were talking to so-and-so.
Wow, Bob, one of your items just dropped down to $11 on Temu from 61. You're going to have to go see what that is. I mean, it dropped to 11. I mean...
Probably some junk.
Probably. I need a new ring light, actually. So I should get these, honestly. Our studio lights, guys, they were what, $7?
Yeah, I think they were like $7.
They're like a cover to make a legit studio light, but then we also use like a clipping spotlight, and then we put those covers over it, so it's a diffuser cover.
Right.
And it's that's our studio lighting.
The world's cheapest key light.
Yeah. Hey, it works.
It works
we have good lighting in here.
Right.
Excuse me. So then, last but not least, I'm going to say it. Sorry, TikTok. COVID-19 and the Osaka flu. Marge in Chains, Season 4, Episode 21, May 6, 1993.
93.
Yep. A flu-like virus called the Osaka flu spread through Springfield after arriving from Japan. The pandemic began in 2019 and spread similarly. While not a perfect match, the similarities are enough that they can claim that the Simpsons saw it first. So, that's the top 15. I know when I researched it, it was like 23 or something, but some of them were a little more obscure and a little more off. But now, let's talk about conspiracy theories. Let's talk about why is this happening? Like, I mean, what can you come up with? I don't even know. I mean, like I said, people say Matt Groening's from the future, or... But to get it so accurate.
Because maybe the Simpsons are so in tune with pop culture, that people watch the Simpsons and then later on that thing happens.
Notice it, right.
and then like the Lady Gaga thing, she probably saw that on an episode and was like, "That's probably cool. That's a probably good idea."
Yeah,
you know, because she has to sign off on it.
Right.
You can't have Lady Gaga.
But then she might. I don't know. She might do that in her concerts. You know, she might do wire work in her concerts. I have no idea.
No, I think she's afraid of heights.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, it's and the thing is, The Simpsons are, like you said, such a pop culture. So many people have watched it. Mm-hmm. You know, and those things stick in your memory. That maybe you just see it and go, oh, hey, I remember that from The Simpsons.
Right.
But to be stupid accurate, like with the Trump episode.
Or the Shard. Like to have
to be that accurate is wild.
A green, tapered building. It's like, to get that accurate, you know.
Yep.
And some of the one that gets me, what gets me about it is some of these are like in the 90s.
Right.
And then it happened in like the 2000s, you know?
Right.
Like the Farmville.
15, 20 years later. Well, the Farmville was only 2 years.
So that was only...
But there's others that we discussed that were 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years difference, and they got it accurately.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see. The Trump one was 2000 to 2016. So that's 16 years.
Right.
The smartwatches were 15 years.
Yeah.
They're that far in the future. So, like,
98 to
19 for the Disney.
Yeah.
For buying the purchase of Disney.
Years.
Here's 1993 to 2003 for the Siegfried and Roy, 10 years. 95 to 2012, so 17 years on the Shard.
Yeah.
It's wild how far in advance they're picking these things up. It's wild. Now the Lady Gaga was 5 years, but that's not a far stretch. But the Osaka flu was almost 30 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, wow, it's hard to believe The Simpsons have been on that long.
Yeah, I was in high school.
Right when it came out. Yeah, and it started as a little cartoon on the Tracy Ullman Show.
Yeah.
For those that didn't know where The Simpsons came from.
Tracy Ullman?
Yeah, now who's Tracy Ullman?
Right.
At the time, she was a comedian, and they gave her her own show.
She was world famous back then, but not anymore.
But not no more. So, thank you guys for joining us on the podcast, the Project Investigation Collaboration.
Yeah.
We are here every Sunday morning, usually, for the podcast, but Bob has to go in early.
Yeah.
If you want to send us a message or leave us a comment, we really appreciate it. Or if you have an idea for an upcoming podcast, let us know. Send Bob and I an email or hit us up on TikTok. Follow Bob, follow me down here. And, if you have an idea, we have 52 episodes now.
Right.
So, we've covered a lot of territory.
If you count all of the shorts and everything, we have 100 videos.
Right. So, what do you think about going back to the farmhouse? Since we did catch that, video from last week that we showed you guys.
We could do that. People are interested in it.
If you guys want to see us do another live investigation, we can go back to Bob's family farmhouse and do that. So, also check out the Patreon.
Yeah.
If you're a paid member,
the Patreon changed their thing now too.
Okay.
I wanted to talk about that. So
okay.
There's no more free tiers on Patreon. So I made it $1.
Okay, so the free people is
$1 and $5. Oh. So yeah, they got rid of the free Patreon, and then that kicked off our one free Patreon follower we had. So. What was it? It
was one of the other ghost person. Yeah, Spirit
so
Portable.
It kicked her off.
Yep.
So now it's $1 and $5.
Right.
Oh, and the movies, you guys want to follow along and watch the 31 Days of Halloween movies.
Right. I'm glad you guys liked my idea.
Did you?
You guys took the idea that I recommended. I said, hey, is there enough... I can't even think of the word.
The demonic
possession movies. And you guys were like, well, we'll have to look. And I guess there was.
So that's what we're doing.
So every day they put out a video showing what demonic possession movie they're going to watch for the night. And, and then you guys can sit down and watch it. And every place is most of them are free.
Yeah, most of them, they're either on Freevee or Tubi or Amazon Prime, but we've had such an issue with it because every year at the beginning of October they lock up all the scary movies behind a paywall.
Yep.
It's just the dirtiest thing ever, and
it's dirty.
what are you going to do? So Angie actually bought all of the Insidious movies to put them on her Apple.
Nice.
But they are on, I think it's Tubi. It's either Tubi or Freevee, one of those.
Right. So you can follow Bob and Angie every night and watch the same movie they watch to get into spooky season.
Yeah. And then we can have a discussion about it if you guys want.
Yep. And then if you do join the Patreon, so back to the Patreon, if you do join the Patreon at the $5 member, we do send you a postcard every month, personal message from Bob and I, and Bob custom creates those postcards to send out.
Yep.
So you will get your own custom postcard. Don't forget to check out, Teespring for all the merch.
Yeah, the link is in
the link is
in the video.
Is in the video stuff. So now we have t-shirts, we have hoodies, we have
everything you think of.
Yeah, anything you think of, phone cases,
muscle shirts, stickers,
mugs.
Yeah.
I saw Amy today, and she was sporting the only investigator Todd shirt in existence.
Yep.
She got the only shirt with my original logo.
I requested a sample of it, and they wouldn't give it to me.
Really?
Yeah.
She got the only one in existence, so she's got my original logo.
You said your mom wanted a keychain and other stuff, so I requested a sample of it, which I'm the creator.
Right.
And they were like, nope. Okay.
Apparently, the little ghost that I was using is like a clip art or something.
It's somebody else's.
It's somebody else's art,
so they wouldn't let us do it.
They wouldn't let us do it.
Yeah.
And
the Limp Mansion merchandise is now, what do you call it? Archived.
Okay.
So there's no more
Limp Mansion stuff.
No more
if you didn't get it, you're late.
Stuff. So yeah, but if you guys really want it, you can message me and I'll
unlock it for you
for the day, because they have a thing about event merchandise, and they only let it stay live for a short time.
Right.
So what are you gonna do?
Right.
It went in the vault.
So check out Bob on all his social medias, RS Curtis or the Real Veritas Project, and I'm Investigator Todd on everything. And you got anything else?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I was watching a TikTok last night, and this has been going on every night, and showing that there's no moon in the sky. And people are chiming in like, "No, you're an idiot. It's just a sliver of a moon. You know, it's
right.
not that it's not out." So I went out, and there's no moon in the sky at night. And it's been going on. He says it's been going on for a week.
Really?
I have an app that shows you like all the constellations and all the stars, and you can point it at the sky, and it'll tell you what the stars you're looking at are. You know, and I found the moon on that app, and it was like on the other side of the planet, like above China.
Well, it happens. I mean, we get the moon during the day.
But you're right, and I didn't see it today. I was out all day today.
I didn't pay attention.
They said the moon rises at 8 o'clock today, and I didn't see it.
Oh.
You seen it tonight? Is it out tonight? Then that'd be the first one. Right.
Yes, Amy says there's a sliver here, so.
There was, what do you call it? The second was the new moon. So it'll be a little bitty sliver of the moon. But
right.
But it, I thought it was weird. I went out last night, and I was like, there's no moon. It's on the other side of the planet. So I don't know.
Weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it just comes into rotation that way, I guess.
I don't know how. I always thought in October, though, we have, like, it's in the summertime that we have
we catch a lot of,
daytime.
because you catch a lot of big full moons and stuff in the fall, so.
Just weird stuff.
Yep.
People tell me some weird stuff. I don't get to vet it all the time.
Yeah.
So they're just like, have you heard, there's...
Have you heard that bird's the word?
Right. People tell me a lot of crazy stuff, so I don't know. I'm just spreading the love.
Yeah, if you have a paranormal story or anything you want to share with us, at the end of the video, Bob puts both our emails in there, and shoot us. If you got pictures, send us an email, shoot us some pictures.
Yeah,
we'll take a look, definitely, for sure. If you're in the St. Louis area and you want us to investigate someplace, we're always looking for someplace new to investigate. Definitely contact us through the email, and I think that about wraps it up. Anything else you can think of you want to talk about?
Oh, the Telltale Heart. If you want to watch the Telltale Heart.
Yeah, unfortunately the buzzing, but you know.
Yeah, but it's got cool sound.
It was a good read. Yep, it was a good read.
It adds to it.
So, all right. Well, thank you guys for joining us on the podcast, and remember,
stay curious
and find the truth. And we will catch you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.